Hello, everyone. Happy Scorpio season. Welcome to Balanced Consciousness. This is Jess Taylor. I hope you guys are doing well. This is your collective intuitive energy healing for Scorpio season. So it's for everyone. It is generally based off of the season that we are in, but whenever you find this is when you're meant to find it. Okay. How are you all doing? Just gonna kind of sit in that question for a sec. How are y'all doing? Um, I hope you're well. If you're new to this channel, welcome, welcome. The way that my healings work is I normally pull cards. My weeklies, I pull 3 tarot cards. For my seasonal healings, I'm pulling one oracle card, if you will, and it sets the tone for the healing. And then I give about a 10-minute or so healing, and intuitive messages come up in the process. For Scorpio season, I was called to whip out my Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. This is by Kim Kranz, one of my favorites. If you're new to Reiki, it's a harmonious energy healing modality that will never deplete. It will never cause harm. It has nothing to do with my energy at all. I'm just a conduit in the channel. It does have to do with your willingness to collaborate with it, though. Just to be open. A lot of the healing is happening in our subconscious. That's that 95% of us that we're completely unaware of. Huge percentage, right? It's deep. It's powerful. It's important. It's in our cells. It's in our body. Our body knows it very clearly, but our mind may not consciously. So there's trust and faith to be had in that, but that doesn't mean that you won't receive personal, conscious messages, sensations, tinglies, temperature changes, tension releases, all sorts of things, emotional releases, epiphanies, what have you. All right. I just want to like dive in. So if I forgot some of the intro, I'm sorry. But if you're new, please do check out our weeklies that come out every Monday. This is an amazing community here, beautiful souls who really support each other. I hope you'll subscribe and join if you haven't yet. Guys, keep your eye out as well. Just an announcement. Keep your eye out for new content. I am starting to put out some more helpful coaching content, doing some talks, giving some kind of like balance hacks for the week to give you some tools to add to your tool belt. So this is more of what I do, and I'm really excited to share it. Also, keep your eye out very soon for an incredibly amazing and powerful free offering. I'm really excited to announce it. It's just not quite time. So keep your eye out. All right, one card for the collective for Scorpio season, please. One card for the collective for Scorpio season. I love this deck. All right, guys, we got the dragonfly. I've always noticed the blue in this card, but for some reason, it's just like popping. It's just popping out at me. Okay. If you know me well by now, you know that the messages come spewing quickly. So let's just prep for Reiki first before they do so. We're going to just get comfortable, sit, lie down, do what you need to do to connect to your body and just become present with yourself. Take a big, deep cleansing breath. And we're going to thank the Reiki for all the healing that's about to take place for the collective. This is for Scorpio season. It's interesting. I don't normally read from the book for this deck, but they're telling me to go and get the book, and I'm going to in a second. I'm just going to feel into you guys. I want to talk about Scorpio season for a second, the Scorpio energy right now. Scorpio normally, it's no surprise at all, is incredibly mysterious. It's not afraid to go to the depths. It's shadow work. It's night. It's transformation. It's death and rebirth. It's incredibly beautiful energy. Um, I'm feeling that specifically with the new moon in Scorpio coming up at the beginning of November. But Scorpio season feels, God, do I want to say even deeper? Like, is that even possible for Scorpio? It feels different. It feels incredibly transformative. And it feels like we're in the start of the new beginning part of it. I do believe that in Scorpio season there will still be some good introspection and contemplation, and we might have to do some shadow work, especially those of us who have not gone there yet. That might be called upon us. Um, mm, but what's interesting is, like, and this is probably why they're telling me to go get the book. The butterfly in this deck is transformation, right? But in many spiritual cultures, the dragonfly is also considered to be a sign of spiritual transformation, excuse me. For example, if you see a lot of dragonflies around, and for some reason, the dragon within the name dragonfly is also popping out to me. I'm going to get the book. Hold on. The dragon within the dragonfly. It's speaking to that like mystery, that almost mythical, like what we may have perceived could not be reality actually is, or what we thought was only in fairy tales we can actually bring into our 3D. Whew, I'm getting chills with that. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I haven't read the dragonfly in quite some time, so bear with me as I find it. The Reiki's just flowing. It's wild. I really feel it, you guys. Okay, this is very interesting. Master of light, illusion, and the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder in all. The dragonfly is a symbol. Gosh, sorry, that word ancient like really hit me in my body. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still? Dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. As I'm talking about this, my third eye and crown are like incredibly tense and pressurized. This is very interesting. When in balance, this energy sees clearly, is joyful and magical. When it's out of balance, it can't concentrate and has a busy mind. And to bring into balance, focus on the breath. Well, if you have never practiced breath work and you need some tools, I have them on my channel. So if you're a newbie to that, so interesting. Master of light and illusion. That is incredibly scorpionic. So even though you might not have any Scorpio placements in your chart, we're in the season of Scorpio, right? So sometimes these seasons call for us to tap into something that we might not naturally go towards, like shadow work, for example, or I mean, perception. eh, that is so about illusion, right? Like, what are we seeing or believing? I'm picking up on like literal. Oh, I'm feeling that so deeply in my heart, guys. Sorry. I'm literally feeling core beliefs. It was before I could even say it. core beliefs. What are we believing at our core that is actually not so? This is shadow work. This is inner child wounds. This is old stuff. And I know that this has been a theme. We've been talking about releasing the old, this Pisces lunar eclipse and this solar eclipse after, and the Libra solar eclipse. And then we've now had this Aries full moon. This has all been a very big, like, kind of continuation of release, 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 so that we can build anew. And I mean, Scorpio in tarot literally is the death card, right? It's ending. And ending doesn't have to always be bad, right? I've been telling you guys probably for over a year now, it is so internal more than external. Will it affect your external world? Absolutely. But what internally are we being called to shift our perspective on and to let go of, or to reframe, or to clear and cleanse? Core beliefs, they keep going, core beliefs, core beliefs. And I'm getting like really emotional, you guys. What's going on? It's like our last weekly or the one before where it was all about heart pains. I just felt such grief in the heart. Something old, something old. But, for some of you, I don't think it's going to affect you in such a deep and intense way. So, don't be scared. I think a lot of you have been doing the work. And so, even though what this is most likely painful, and I'm hearing for a lot of us, it's something that we've done to ourselves unintentionally, right? It's like maybe the way we've spoken to ourselves for the majority of our life, or the way we viewed ourselves because of something we heard once as a kid. And that gets embedded. That gets really embedded as a core belief. But there's no reason to be scared or nervous, right? So throw the fear out the window. Let's get excited about the fact that we have energy right now that we can really work and collaborate with to help us build this new beginning and this new chapter that for some of us is really scary, because it's like deep, deep, deep down, we know it's our highest good and it's probably going to bring us the reality that we have always wanted, and that, oh my gosh, but like it is so scary to do something different and to just trust, right? Let's tap in with your chakras. This is crazy. I'm not surprised that the Scorpio season healing is so deep. It is so deep, you guys. mm. Mm. Guys, I'm hearing like a really blunt message. Don't take this harshly. The only person who will, how did it go? The only person who can stop you is you. The only person who can stop you is you. hmm All right, definitely solar and some third eye are probably the two strongest right now. I'm feeling so much pressure in the third eye. And as I was going over it, that's when I heard the only person who can stop you is you. I think there's that self doubt, that doubting in our intuition. Um, I am a firm believer of dropping into your body when we don't know what's going on. And I find this to be very interesting, since this is about calming your mind. Maybe we're too much right now up in the high mind. I'm just going to come into the third eye and just kind of bring some Reiki into that area. Feel free to just take some big breaths into the brow, soften. Excuse me. Hmm. Oh, gosh, guys, I'm hearing like short but powerful messages. I'm just hearing don't resist. And I know that that means something different to all of you, but like I feel like it's all like crap, you're right. Or like, oh, like that hits me in my body. You know what I mean? Don't resist. I think some of you are becoming much more sensitive and it's getting overwhelming. And we're choosing to close it off because we have 3D things to think about. And I get it. We all go through that. Do what you need to do, whether it's, maybe you need a more practical approach of getting organized so that you can bring yourself, like actually schedule time for yourself to soften your third eye and to tap into it a bit more and not worry about it being like a rushed process or anything like that. Um, for some of you, you are going into meditation, but you're trying to control your process. I watched a post earlier about manifestation, and I thought that it was very powerful. And again, content about this coming out soon. In which we can get into the idea when we're manifesting. I put quotes on that word because I think it's overly saturated and it's lost meaning. Um, where we get into the mindset of this feels good because I'm in control of my situation. And the truth is that we are never, ever, ever, ever in control. So if we feel as if we're controlling our manifestation journey, if we can, I'm talking to you, earth signs, I don't mean to pick on you. Air signs too, air signs too. But if we don't sit back and tap into that intuition and tap into the trust, or just take a break every now and then we're creating stagnancy, we're creating resistance. We might see some growth. I'm not saying that we won't, but we'll only get so far. Or we might be tunnel visioned and like focusing too deeply on one thing, and we're like missing something because we're here, right? We need to broaden the perspective. So just a couple more breaths into that third eye. Calming the mind, shifting perspective, seeing where is there illusion in your life. I think there's one thing for a lot of you where you're like, yeah, I know what it is. You know what I mean? I know. But maybe you're not verbally saying it to anyone. Maybe you haven't fully admitted it to yourself. Where is there illusion? Some of us are afraid of our own power. Some of us are afraid of success. That's much more common than you think, you guys. Much more common. There's so many different reasons for that. But if that hit you, that's something that you could meditate on. Just ask yourself and your higher self questions, right? Wow. Third eye had a lot to say. Okay. Yeah, just trust in yourself, you guys. Don't be so hard on yourself. And I know we're so tired and there's so much, that's so much better, by the way. Well done with the willingness, you guys. Um, there's so much going on in the world. We have a lot of big stuff coming up soon, especially in America. All right, time for solar plexus. That doesn't mean that even if you feel chaos around you, that you should put yourself off to the side. I think the opposite. I think it's absolutely crucial for us to dig deeper into ourselves so that we can love ourselves so much more. Because the more that we focus on that, the faster the other things will happen. I guarantee it, you guys. I guarantee it. The more you focus on self-love, the faster that magic happens in the other areas of your life. Scorpio season got me like really deep into the connection. I'm like barely looking at you guys. I feel I'm like so in my body. It's very, very visceral. How are you guys feeling so far at the start of Scorpio season or whenever you're watching this? Yeah. But I felt a very clear shift like, oh, we're not in Libra anymore. It's Scorpio. Like we are here. A really beautiful opportunity, you guys. Even though we need to be taking action and creating new beginnings, just don't forget about the introspective part. And if you naturally go to the introspective part, don't forget about the action. You know what I'm saying? We need both. Check out the latest video, The Foundations of Masculine and Feminine Energy. I think you guys might find that really helpful if just that statement spoke to you. Okay, guys, wow. Beautiful. Let's take a final breath in together, okay? I think I'd like to stay into this focus of the third eye. I'm going to focus on kind of like a purple, indigo violet. If you like that solar plexus, golden yellow, or you could just do a white crystalline light, we're going to hold a breath at the top and we're going to feel that color coming into our body, okay? Let's relax the muscles. Let's exhale and get all the air out. Slow inhale in through the nose. Hold it at the top and feel that indigo coming into the body and it's filling up every single cell. Feel where it needs to reach that it hasn't before. Feel where it needs to reach. Interesting. It's filling up the heart for a lot of us. That's beautiful. Allow the brow to soften. Trusting in yourself is key. You have to trust in yourself. Let's exhale, push out what doesn't serve you. Ay, ay, ay. Self-trust. Self-trust, my friends. Wow. Let's lock your energy up nice and tight now. Okay? Scorpio season. You never disappoint. All right. This is never putting on armor or guarding. We're saying what's mine is mine and what doesn't serve me, kindly stay out. Guys, I haven't mentioned it in a while, but with that self-trust coming up, and you know, if you've been following me a while, you know self-love is the niche of the work that I do. It's the foundation, the root. We can't avoid it. If you're feeling like you need a little bit of like accountability on something that's digestible and short, check out my program called The Shift. It's on my website. Just a few hours on your own time. You can stop and go and stop and go, and you have a little guidebook that you download and write along next to it. And it's just videos and you follow through. And it's all about just kind of reframing, wow, that perspective of yourself. Learning what self-love really is, unlearning what we may have thought it was in the past, but we talk a lot about self-trust specifically in that. So I want to just put that out there. I felt the heart really clear on that, guys, and I feel the willingness. So kudos, as always, you guys. I love you guys so much. Please do like the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you do. All the information for my one-on-one work is down below. Like I said, keep your eye out for the new content I've already been posting, brand new big free offering that's coming. If you're interested in one-on-one work and doing some deep dives together, I'm here for you. It would be an honor. And thank you as always for your donations if you send them in. I really appreciate that energetic exchange. You guys are so lovely. So guys, have a beautiful Scorpio season. Come back to this as many times as you need, you know. You might unlock a new thing or get a new message you didn't receive the first time, okay? So I wish you a beautiful Scorpio season and I will see you next time.